Today I want to talk about a habit that doesn't look like a habit at all. It's not an activity. It's not something you eat or drink. It's simply where you sit. And how. The position your body holds most often in the morning, especially in those first quiet hours before the day gets going, sends a constant signal to your muscles, your joints, and your nervous system. And for most people, that signal is working directly against them. When you wake up in the morning, your muscles are in a deactivated state. All night, there was no engagement. No signals from your nervous system asking them to do anything. They were simply released. Now, if you get up and immediately sink into a soft sofa or a deep, low chair, what changes? Honestly? Almost nothing. Your muscles are still slack. Your nervous system is still sending the same signals it was sending at 3 a.m. Your body has no reason to update its instructions. It simply continues the same pattern from the night. Inactivity. Slack. Deactivation. And this is fine if you're actually resting. But in the morning, when you're trying to start your day, this is exactly the wrong signal to be sending. There's a term in physiology called adaptive shortening. It's what happens when a muscle is held in the same position for too long, repeatedly, over time. The muscle doesn't stay the same. It changes. It begins to adjust its resting length to match the position it's always in. When you sit in a soft, sunken chair, the muscles at the front of your hips and thighs are in a compressed, shortened position. Hour after hour. Morning after morning. And over time, they begin to stay that way, even when you're not sitting. So when you try to stand up fully, to take a long stride, to walk with confidence, those muscles resist. They don't extend the way they should. They pull at your hip. They alter your posture slightly. And your body compensates, shifting your center of gravity, changing the way you walk. Steps become shorter. There's a slight forward lean. Less power when you push off the ground. None of it is dramatic. None of it happens overnight. But all of it is quietly accumulating. Here's where this becomes really important. Your balance doesn't just come from your legs. It comes from the coordinated communication between your legs, your hips, and your core. When that coordination is working well, your body makes rapid, automatic adjustments constantly, the kind that keep you steady without you even thinking about it. But when your hip muscles are chronically tight and shortened, that coordination begins to break down. Signals between your muscles and your nervous system become less precise. Your body's automatic balancing responses become slower. And you start to feel it as uncertainty. That slight hesitation before stepping over something. That moment of reaching for the wall when you turn too quickly. That feeling of not being completely sure of your footing. These are not signs of old age. These are signs of a system that has been quietly disrupted by the position you sit in every morning. Every sitting position sends a signal. When you sink into a deep, soft position, hips lower than knees, back rounded, feet not flat, the signal is: nothing is required. Rest. When you sit slightly forward, hips level with or above your knees, feet flat on the floor, back naturally upright, the signal is: stay ready. Be engaged. Now, you don't need a new chair. You don't need a standing desk or a strict posture routine. Just 3 small adjustments. Sit toward the front edge of the seat rather than sinking back. If your chair sits too low, place a firm cushion underneath you. And for even just a few minutes each morning, keep your feet flat and your back tall. These small changes begin to shift the signal your body receives. Your hip muscles maintain their length. Your nervous system stays engaged. And your legs receive the message, quietly but clearly: you are needed today. Here's the important thing to understand. Your body doesn't know the difference between the position you're in because you chose to rest, and the position you're in because you can't do anything else. It simply responds to what it experiences repeatedly. If it repeatedly experiences compression, inactivity, and slack muscles in the morning, it adapts to that. It makes that your new baseline. And from that baseline, everything else in your day becomes harder. Standing up requires more effort. Walking requires more attention. Maintaining balance requires more concentration. Not because your body has failed you, but because it has adapted to exactly what you've been asking of it. The reverse is equally true. When your mornings begin with positions and habits that signal engagement, even briefly, even gently, your body adapts to that instead. It keeps your muscles ready, your joints mobile, your nervous system sharp. And you feel that difference in how you move through the morning, in how your legs respond after your first walk, in the confidence you carry when navigating stairs, uneven ground, or simply moving from room to room. That confidence isn't a small thing. It's the difference between a life where movement feels easy and one where movement feels like something to be carefully managed. And it starts with something as quiet and unassuming as how you sit. How you hold your body in those first hours, before the world asks anything of you. Because that is when your foundation is set. That is when your body decides what kind of day it is prepared for. So starting today, one simple thing. Don't sink back. Sit forward. Feet flat. Back tall. Just for a few minutes each morning. And give it 2 weeks. Notice what your legs say. Notice what your balance says. I think you'll be surprised. See you in the next one.